Let us take a close look at the top 10 Indian projects with major environmental impact. I am Abrachan Pudisheri from the Project Management Research Institute. Top 10 projects with high environmental impact. We'll start with Mumbai Ahmedabad High Speed Rail Project. This is the top in the list. The estimated value of this project is rupees 1 crore, 1 lakh 8,000 crores is the estimated value of this particular project. I repeat, 1 lakh 8,000 crore, which amounts to 13 billion US dollars. The sponsor or the implementing agency is the National Highway Speed Rail Corporation Limited, NHRCL, and the Ministry of Railways. Key contractor is the L&T, that is the Larsen and Toubro Japan Consortium, comprising of IHI Corporation and Kawada Industries. Start date September 2017 and expected completion date 2028. That is the Surat Bilimoria trial section slated for 2026. Let us take a look at the key environmental impact of this project. Substantial loss of mangrove habitats along the Thane Creek in the tidal zone. Forest land diversion in Sanjay Gandhi National Park and Tungareshwar Wildlife Sanctuary, and the disruption of coastal wetland ecosystems. So if you look at the number of years that is required for a mangrove to grow, and if you see the vast amount of mangrove islands that is getting destroyed because of this project, then we will be able to understand the real impact it is making on the ecosystem. And this is topping the list because of the sheer value of it, because 13 billion US dollars. Then we have the Great Nicobar Island Development Project. Here, the estimated value is 81,000 to 92,000 crore Indian rupees, which amounts to 10 to 11 billion US dollars. The sponsor slash implementing agency is the Andaman and Nicobar Islands Integrated Development Corporation and Niti Aayog. About this project, recently we are seeing major discussions in the Indian Parliament. The opposition parties are against this project, and heated exchanges are happening, heated discussions are happening because of its impact on the environment, huge impact on the environment. And key contractors is a joint venture of private developers, 51%, and Port Trust, 45%. AECOM is the lead consultant for this project. Start date May 2021, that is inception, and the clearance they got in 2022. Expected completion date is 2052, that is a projected completion date. That itself shows the amount of work that is being carried out there. Phase 1 targeted for 2028 and 2030. Key environmental impact: clearing over 130 square kilometer of pristine tropical rainforest, felling of 8.5 plus lakh trees, severe destruction of leatherback sea turtle nesting grounds in the Galathea Bay, coral reef damage, and irreversible impacts on indigenous Shompen and Nicobarese tribal reserves. Just visualize 130 square kilometers, 130 square kilometers of pristine tropical rainforest and felling of 8.5 plus lakh trees. Severe destruction of leatherback sea turtle nesting grounds. The damage or the impact is huge. Then we have the Ken Betwa River Interlinking Project. Estimated value 44,605 crore Indian rupees, which amounts to 5.4 billion US dollar. Sponsor Ken Betwa Link Project Authority and the Ministry of Jal Shakti. Key contractors again Larsen and Toubro and NCC Limited. Start date March 2022. Expected completion date 2030. Key environmental impact flooding of approximately 6,000 hectares of forest land within the Panna Tiger Reserve. Loss of critical core habitat for Bengal tigers, vultures, and gharials, and alteration of natural riverine hydrology. So, because of this, 6,000 hectares of forest land will be flooded. And the critical core habitat impact on the Bengal tiger reserves. Then we have the at fourth place is the Vadodara Mumbai Expressway. Estimated value 44,000 crore Indian rupees, which amounts to 5.3 billion US dollars. Implementation agency National Highway Authority of India and the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Key contractor Larsen and Toubro, IRB Infrastructure, GR Infra Projects, and Wellspun Enterprises. Start date 2018. Expected completion 2025-2026. Key environmental impact diversion of prime forest patches across Maharashtra and Gujarat, fragmentation of wildlife corridors near sensitive zones like Tungareshwar Wildlife Sanctuary and agricultural land loss. Then at fifth place is the Dibang Multipurpose Hydroelectric Project in Arunachal Pradesh. Estimated value 31,876 crore Indian rupees, which works out to be 3.8 billion US dollars. Sponsoring agency NHPC Limited. Key contractors Larsen and Toubro, Mega Engineering and Infrastructures Limited. Start date 2019. Major civil works awarded in 2023 and expected completion date is 2032. Key environmental impact submergence of 5,000 hectares of eastern Himalayan biodiversity hotspot forests, felling of over 3 lakh trees, loss of rare flora and fauna habitats, and social displacement of indigenous Idu-Mishmi community. Then we have at the sixth place, we have the Mumbai Coastal Road project. Estimated value 28,000 crore, which works out to be 3.4 billion US dollar. Sponsor Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation BMC. Key contractors again Larsen and Toubro, HCC, SDCC joint venture. Start date October 2018. Expected completion date 2024-2026. Uh, Key environmental impact again reclamation of over 111 hectares of land from the Arabian Sea. Destruction of intertidal habitats and coral colonies, disruption to local marine ecology and traditional collie fishing livelihoods. At the seventh place, we have the Subansiri Lower Hydroelectric project in Assam slash Arunachal Pradesh. The Assam people are facing a very high flood while recording this video. There, this year it is very severe flooding in Assam. Subansiri Lower Hydroelectric Project, Assam and Arunachal Pradesh. Estimated value 20,000 crore Indian rupees, which translates to 2.4 billion US dollar. Implementation agency NHPC, key contractor Larsen and Toubro, and Patel Engineering. Start date 2005 and got halted to 2011 to 2009 due to protest, and the construction resumed in 2019. Expected completion date 2025-2026. Key environmental impact disruption of downstream hydrology in Assam's Brahmaputra plains, high risk of bank erosion and catastrophic flooding, threat to aquatic biodiversity, including Gangetic River dolphins, and seismic risk concerns in Z zone, in zone 5. As I told you, this year Assam is facing severe floods. So I'm not sure whether this particular project is contributing in any way to the floods. Uh, I heard some speeches by the ministers like, okay, we will be doing something to stop this flooding of Assam. And I don't know again whether this particular project uh, will contribute to stoppage of flooding in the region. But as a risk, what was envisaged is the disruption of downstream hydrology in Assam's Brahmaputra plains and high risk of bank erosion and catastrophic flooding. So I'm not sure whether this particular project has anything to do with this year's uh, severe flooding. Uh, then Char Dham Highway Expansion Project, that is in Uttarakhand, that is in eighth position. Estimated value 12,000 crore Indian rupees, translates to 1.4 billion US dollar. Sponsor Minister of Road Transport and Highways and Border Roads Organization and Uttarakhand PWT Public Works Department. Key contractor is IRB Infrastructure, Dilip Bilcon Regional EPC Contractors. Start date December 2016. Expected completion date 2025-2026. Key environmental impact severe hill cutting causing chronic landslides in fragile Himalayan terrain, removal of over 50,000 trees, dumping of excavation debris directly into the Bhagirathi and Alkanda river systems. Then at position number 9, ninth in the list is the Parsa East and Kanta Basan Hasdeo Arand Coal Block, PEKB. Estimated value 10,000 crore Indian rupees, which translates to 1.2 billion US dollar. Sponsor slash implementing agency Rajasthan Rajya Vidyut Utpadan Nigam Limited. Mine developer and operator MDO Adani Enterprises Limited. Start date 2013 and phase 2 clearance and expanded operations in 2022. Expected completion date is ongoing operational life cycle estimated through 2040 plus. So this mining is going to continue there till 2040 plus with continued damage to the environment. Key environmental impact is a deforestation of the dense Hasdeo Arand forest ecosystems, often referred to as the lungs of Chhattisgarh. Destruction of vital elephant corridors, leading to intense human-elephant conflict. Displacement of indigenous Adivasi communities. It's a major impact. And then at the 10th position is the Vizhinjam Port, Kerala. Estimated value 7,700 crore Indian rupees, which translates to 925 million US dollar. Sponsor implementing agency Government of Kerala, Vizhinjam International Seaport Limited, and key contractors Adani Vizhinjam Port Private Limited. Start date 2015, expected completion date 2026. The phase 1 trial operation commenced in 2024 and expanding phases ongoing. Key environmental impact of this project, severe coastal erosion and disruption of delicate marine flora and fauna. Impact on coastal fishing communities. So I've done an earlier video on this project a couple of years back. At that time, the agitation by the fishermen community agitation was going on because their livelihoods were affected, and the rehabilitation work was not perfectly done. Those were managed now. Now these days, I don't hear much about it. Maybe Adani would have, or the sponsors of this project would have managed those things properly. So now those complaints are no more heard. So these are the top 10 Indian projects with major environmental impact as of today. Thank you very much for watching this video, and to stay updated, you can subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.